Good morning, people. All running around on the road. Thank you, Ralph. People, we're going to drive down here and find us a job and see if we can get one. See where it's going. We're going to find something heavy. Wow, what the hell did you do, Rusty? Well, I could have bumped him or just got a little too close, but I don't know which one. Nah, somebody tell you in the comments there, Rusty. People, we can go down here and we're going to find us a heavy load going somewhere. We ain't going to haul it if it ain't heavy. Had to drive the Mack Pinnacle again. Couldn't park it already. Just couldn't bring myself to park it. Had to paint it. Took it in and spent thousands and thousands of dollars to have it painted up right pretty brown. So that's what we're going to do. We'll find us something to haul. Right here at this quick railroad depot or shop or whatever it is here we pulled into. Yeah, folks, I don't even know if I can say that or not. Santa Fe, New Mexico to Tucumcaro, New Mexico. 24 tons. I was hoping for a lot more than that. It looked like it was. But 179 miles to go, and we'll be getting there. That's right, and you can guarantee we'll be there, but just like the Postal Service, we will be there. Glad you got faith in us, Ralph. Well, somebody got too rusty. Oh yeah, folks, I'm driving on the updates on the MHApro Map 1.33 now. Was 1.32 working good on 133 SCS. But now MHApro Map got 1.33. So I tried it out and it worked perfect. I think I hauled a load before this one, no problems. So we ready to keep that thing going. Old Heavy Alex, he works. I talk to him all the time. I know the man good. I talk to him lots of days when he's got time, for a few minutes at a time, because he's always in a hurry to get back to working on that map. People wouldn't believe how many hours he spends on that map. They hate to donate him $1 or two, but the man works on the map all day long, every day. Enough to drive anybody crazy. Because every time I talk to him, he said, I got to get off here and get back and get this spark fixed for this new DLC, or that SCS software update messed up the map and he got to get it fixed. Or some little something messed it up and he got to fix it. It's a constant thing. I don't see how he stayed with it this long without throwing the computers out the window myself. I mean, neither Rusty, me neither. Hey, some of y'all been with me while I shared this story, but I was going to tell it again. Morgan said he wanted to hear about that drone. I was in the hospital down there one time. I stayed a few days and sick, and that ain't no excuse, but I guess it's on pretty good meds, and I come out there and I wanted to buy me some. So I went in there and riding around on my parachair, checking things out, and happened into a hobby shop. They had a big old drone in there for $500, and I said, I want that right there. I bought that drone and brought it home and hooked a GoPro camera on it. My son was practicing flying it more than I was. I might have tried to fly it one time. But anyway, he's flying it. He'd fly a little bit around. They got some good video with it, about 2-3 days worth, here and there. Then all of a sudden, he went out on a real cloudy day. It had that GPS homing system on it, so you can, when it gets out away from you, just hit the home button. It comes back and lands within 2-3 feet of where you took off. Well, he went out, and I was in the house, not paying any attention. I don't watch him anyway. He does whatever he wants, so I was in here taking it easy. He comes in and says he lost the drone. I said, what in the world happened? He said, I went outside and took it off of practice mode and put it on flying mode. He said, I want to see how high it go. So he just started flying and flying and went up in the sky. He said, the last time he seen it, disappeared in some clouds. He hit that big homing button 3, 4, 5, 6 times, nothing happened. Waited a while, nothing happened, had lunch, it still didn't come back. So, about a week or two, we searched every tree, yard, everything around here for it because, like I say, it's $500 drone, a $200 GoPro, and I put a $200 reward on the Facebook page if anybody bring it back, because I had the controller. I figured it wouldn't be no good to them without a controller unless they bought one. But I never did get my drone back. It might still be hanging in a tree somewhere in Morgan. Morgan. That's right, Morgan. That could be anywhere. I climbed 7-8 trees to try to shake that thing out of there. But anyway, I lost my drone in 1 week's time and had to buy a replacement GoPro camera. So it wasn't a good week, and I never replaced the GoPro. I just forgot that. I mean, the drone, heck with it. Yeah, man, we're making good time there, Rusty. And this coffee sure is good. Enjoy it there, Ralph. Off a quiet day without the duck. What'd you say you had to do? I said something about having to take his wife somewhere to do something with them 9 kids of theirs. I don't pay much attention to him no more. He does what he wants to do. That's right, that sounds like the duck man. Something a little funny happened to me one morning. It's the strangest thing, it's a silly thing. A long time ago going to work and we lived in camper trailers. Oh, I lived in a house trailer. Dad lived in a big long camper trailer in a trailer park. I lived a couple miles apart, 3 or 4 miles apart in West Virginia. So I was going to drive over there and wait for him. We ride the rest way to work together. So I drive over and he's getting ready. I'm sitting there watching TV in the living room, and they got this show on there. The news talked about nuclear bombs had been launched and this and that. All this and the regular news crews and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, my God, what's going on here? Should I call the wife or what? And Dad just going around like it was nothing, just getting dressed. And I thought, well, heck, no use worry too much about it, just go on to work again. And I just got ready. We was getting ready to just go on to work. Come to find out, Dad told me that was that movie they made that time. They made a movie that time, and they actually used all the real news crews to do it. And I actually thought it was news, and I was stupid enough to just go on to work anyway. But that's just one of them strange things you do at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when you just get out of bed and you hear that the world's going to blow up, and you think, well, maybe I ought to stay home, or heck, would it just go on to work, see what happens. It got so cold up there in West Virginia, I tell you what, how bad it was. It had sleet up there. It's coming more big sleet storms and bad ones. One day I was at work, my car, I'd left it at Dad's, so I rode with him that day, and went back to get my car that night. Went into his camper and sat around with him a while, waiting on the car to warm up, started her up. And sat there a while. Went out and then everybody done the ice off the window. My windshield just made loosened it up under it by the heat. So I picked that windshield up off that car, carried it overside and laid it down. It was about 1.5 inches of solid ice, a complete replica of the windshield. Wouldn't even crack. That's how much ice was on that thing. I don't know if I told you first. I think I told you I carved 5-0 out of a bar of soap. A little tiny bar of soap carved a 5-0 truck. Looked pretty good to paint. Didn't look too good. I need to paint it again. Now, people, I got to take a chance to go around this thing no matter what happens, because I'm almost out of fuel. If they detour you for no reason for 100 miles, and there's no fuel stations, me and Ralph will be walking. Well, Ralph will be walking, I'll be waiting. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about like how lazy you are. Well, now what use they be me and you walking down the road together there, Ralph? Well, come think of it, not much that rusty. I guess I might well just go ahead and start walking, don't you? Well, let's see if the road's really blocked. Well, that sounds like a plan. What a mess you got us into, Rusty. What a mess. We're alright, Ralph. There ain't much traffic. We're alright. If these fellas would move, they'd be normal people. You pull a big rig up against them, toot the horn, they'd either back up or something, don't you think? Or they just kind of stubborn. I guess they're kind of stubborn like we are there, Rusty. See that you move or nothing. I guess that's the way they look at it, Ralph. And that wasn't too bad a roadblock. We made it through it. Yeah, folks, I never had done no wood carving or nothing before. I thought I'd carve something and see if I could. Took a little bar of average soap, just a little regular bar, and it had a big curve, and it was thinner on both ends. It made it a little hard. I thought I'd see what I could find in the middle of that thing. I was gonna try to make me a little truck, so I carved out a Volvo, B&L Volvo out of it. And I got the running board down there on the side, the step going up to it, and all that good stuff. Even the fifth wheel sticking up, the frame cut down to size in the middle and wider under the truck, and all that good stuff. And the little thing ain't but about 2.5 inches long, an inch and a half tall, and an inch wide. All the time we got. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.